A little bit? Dude, you actually... Stephanie, move your head.
Email me pictures, please.
Okay.
Quiet.
So we had to compare 3 books we read during the year, and I compared how the truth affected them. And the background music is called Street Riding. And I watched BET all weekend to learn how to do this.
I'm ready.
I know y'all be yearning to see what I've been learning. Wish this rap was gonna ace this class, but we can rhyme the flow are gonna fit you. Ask me who I am and I tell you who I be. They call me MCB to the L-E-E. The truth of mine is clean, not a tooth. I'ma tell y'all a little something about the truth. A streetcar named Desire, sparking lit a fire. Flames started drinking, it got my mind to thinking. The wheels started turning as the fire kept it burning. Blanche what to say, she never was a whore, because according to the family, she was a whore. The streetcar Desire, and tore through the house like a raging fire. She was telling all these lies about her past life of guys, and Stanley, he knew something was up, but Stella wouldn't go with her gut. So Stanley, he knew what he had to do, he set out to prove her untrue. Now rewind to 2,000 years ago, we find a city of thieves plagued and in a death blow. To try to save the town, Oedipus he started looking around. Well, Apollo had the solution, find ways to kill her and clear the pollution. Traveling down a forest road, they had killed by a man in a hood, so the new king set up to clear up the falsehood. For help in this risky endeavor, Oedipus he called in the seer, and even though he was blind, Theseus had everything in mind. He knew that the truth would hurt, so he tried to keep the king from getting burnt. Well, Oedipus he got really mad, so he started calling the seer a hag. And in his anger, Theseus revealed a prophecy that would bring about Oedipus' destiny. Well, now we've seen ancient Greece and New Orleans, but what about the poor Afghanis? So we find a seer growing up without his mama, so he sure ain't gonna lose his mama to this Hadra. Growing up in the city of Kabul life, it was pretty cool. Reading stories, flying kites right into the twilight. He and his son, they used to be one, but Sebastian's a Hadra, he a Pushtun. Well, Amir, he always tried to win Baba's affection, but the two never really had a connection. He couldn't understand why Baba preferred sand, so he took it upon himself to drive from his plans. Now we've seen 3 people reeling from the truth. They've all been living in these half-truths. Flames have been hiding from her past, Amir from his daddy, and Oedipus from his destiny. They've all been kept from the light, and looking for the truth, they're all in for a fright. So it's been 15 years since he left Amir. He's been living in the U.S. of A. married to the beautiful Dorier. Well, one day he's sitting at home when Raheem Khan calls and offers him shalom. He says, I got something to tell you, so you better come to Pakistan so I can meet you. So when Amir arrives, he finds Ali and Hassan don't survive. And while they were talking, Khan, he reveals his heart isn't aching. So he tells Amir how Hassan is a task-bro. So that leaves Baba to be both their fathers. Because poor Ali, he couldn't get off, y'all know what I mean. What he has to do, he has to save Torah. Now, like a blast from the past, we find out it's a gas, because according to Messiah, he's married to Mama Dear. So to reveal the light, he calls in a shepherd who had told him he had greatly erred. And even though he is supreme, he needs to redeem, because he's married to his mama and he killed his father. However, he ran away from the truth and refused to see that all the things happening were destiny. And like a bolt of lightning, the truth became a charging, and it arrived, but too bad Jocasta couldn't survive. And after he saw what he had done, Oedipus drove out his eyes with her button. Now back to New Orleans, Stanley, he was acting pretty mean. Blanche and Mitch had a good thing going, but Stanley thought that Mitch would get to know him. And he and Blanche should have hitched, because Blanche really is a hey! He caused her to yearn and return to her dark tavern. All the talk about the truth in her past, her Blanche to have a mental blast and be downcast. In the end, at the close of the church, Blanche is off to an institution. So in conclusion, what is truth? Most of the time it can be aloof. They can try to run, they can try to hide, but it cannot be denied. In a streetcar named Desire, Plato found to be a liar. Oedipus thought incest was best, so he put his mother to the test. Mad and married his mom, he found that this was all too wrong. Amir and Hassan are proven to be kids, but the sad thing is he couldn't bring them back again. Sorrow comes back with Amir to the state, so this bittersweet ending I don't hate. So now y'all know the truth about the books I read during my youth. The stories of Blanche, Rex, and Amir. once, let's hear some clapping, and all you on the back row waiting from your nap.